Hey everyone, welcome back. In our last video, we learned how to make our Python programs smart with conditional statements. But what if you need to repeat a task over and over? So that's where loops come in. So in this video, we'll see how we can do any sort of repetitive task using while loop. So let's get started. So a while loop keeps running as long as a condition is true. So let's check this out with an example. I'll declare a variable as count and we'll give it a value as 1. Then I'll write the while loop. So while count is less than or equals to 5. So basically I want this loop to keep on running until and unless the value of count is less than 5. After this we'll put a colon to start this while block and let's do a print statement. We'll print the value of count. So count is, and then we'll just print the variable. So be careful after this because you have to increment the count. If you don't increment the count, the condition will never become false and this loop will keep on running. So it will basically get turned into an infinite loop. So while you're writing the while loop, always increment or decrement according to your condition. So we'll increment the counter and now let's run this. So now you can see initially the value of count is 1 and is 1 less than or equals to 5. It is true. So it has executed this line. So it printed the count as 1 and then we have incremented the count by 1. So previously it was 1, now it will be 2. So is 2 less than or equals to 5? It is right. So it will again enter the block and it will keep on doing it till the count becomes 6. The moment count becomes 6, this condition will be false and then it will exit the loop. So this is how a normal while loop looks like. So as I said, because here we had a count and we were putting in a condition based on count and its value and we were also incrementing it, right? But let's say if you write something like this, while true, and here in place of true, you could have any condition. And if you print something, so if you run this, it's gonna just run forever. So you have to be careful. So always make sure that your loop has a way to stop. Now let's take another example and this time we will use user input. So let's declare a variable as password. I'll assign a blank value initially. Now let's write the while loop. So I'll give while password is not equals to Python and then we'll start this block. Password is equals to and input. So here it is simple. If the password is not equals to Python, then it will keep on prompting this to user to enter the password. And the moment user enters the password as Python, it will exit the loop because this condition will not be true anymore. And once it exits the loop, we will print this. Access granted. Let's save this and run this. Let me give a colon here. Let me save this and let's run this. So now for the first time, I will not enter Python. I will enter something random and I'll hit enter. So you see the password is not equals to Python. So it is giving me this prompt again. It is asking me to enter the password again. And if I enter Python, it should show access granted. So basically this loop keeps asking until the user types the correct password. Now let's check break and continue. So break is used to stop the loop immediately and continue is used to skip the rest and go to the next loop cycle. So let's check this out with an example. Let's declare a variable as number. Let's initialize with 0. Then we'll run a loop. So while number is less than 5, we'll start the block here and we'll first increment the number. So here we can put a condition. So if number is equals to 3, we'll break the loop here and then print the number. Now let's run this. So let's try run once. So we have a variable and we have initialized with 0. And when 0 is less than 5, we are entering the block. We are incrementing the number and we are checking if number is equals to 3. So at first the number is not equals to 3, right? So it is not going to enter this block. It will directly print the number. So here it has printed 1 because we are incrementing the number here itself, right? So it was 0, but then here the moment it entered the block, it became 1 because we are incrementing by 1. And then it checked this condition if number is equals to 3. So it was not 3. That is why it didn't enter this block and it has directly printed the number. And after this, it will again in the second loop, it will check if the number is less than 5. So 1 is less than 5 and then it will increment the number. Now the number will be 2. So it will again check this condition if number is equals to 3 or not. So it is not equals to 3. So it will not enter this block and it will just print the number, which is 2 in this case. And then again in the third loop, it is going to check whether the number is less than 5. So 2 is less than 5. And then here we are incrementing the number. So it will become 3 here. And now the number is equals to 3. This statement will return true. So that is why it is going to enter this block. And the moment it says break, it is going to break the loop. But let's say if you want to continue, so if you only want to skip that particular number according to a condition, right? Based on your condition, if you want to skip something, you can use continue. So if I use continue here, let's save this and run this. So it is going to skip 3, but then it will continue checking the other condition and then it will keep on executing. So let's just run this. So you see it has skipped 3, but then it has printed everything else. Here's something that you can practice. Write a piece of code wherein you have to ask the user to enter numbers until they type 0. And after that, print the total sum. You have to keep on taking input from the user until the user enters 0. The moment the user enters 0, after that you have to print the total sum of all the numbers that user has entered. entered. So that's all for while loops. In the next video, we'll look at for loops. I'll see you in the next one.